Once upon a time, Tracy Ragsdale became an employee of the Wolverine Worldwide Incorporated factory in Arkansas. Tracy worked happily until February of 1996 when she became ill and needed to take medical leave. Wolverine's sick policy allowed Tracy to have up to 7 months of unpaid sick leave. Unfortunately, Tracy needed to take all 7 months. In the 7th month, Tracy requested another 30 days of leave. Wolverine denied Tracy's request and terminated her employment since she had exhausted the allowed 7 months of sick leave. Tracy filed suit against Wolverine, claiming that she was entitled to 12 weeks more of unpaid sick leave under the Family Medical Leave Act. Wolverine had failed to designate any of Tracy's leave as family medical leave during the entire 7 months that Tracy was off. Wolverine made a huge mistake by not complying with the Family Medical Leave Act. The Human Resources team for parishes and schools wants to prevent these types of problems by presenting this brief guide for our supervisors. The goal of this presentation is to prepare you as a supervisor to properly handle employee leave situations. What is the Family Medical Leave Act? It's a law enacted to protect an employee's job when he or she needs to take leave for a serious health condition or to care for a family member with a serious health condition, or due to being blessed with a child, whether through birth, adoption, or a foster care placement. An employee can take up to 12 weeks of leave for these purposes. They can even take leave intermittently if they need to. An employee who is caring for an ill or injured military service member can take up to 26 weeks of leave. Why should we learn about the Family Medical Leave Act? Well, it's the law. The federal government requires us to follow this law. The Archdiocese of Baltimore has its own Family Medical Leave Act policy that states that every parish and school is considered a covered employer regardless of size. We want all of our parishes and schools to comply with this law because it ensures that our employees will be justly treated. Who's eligible for family medical leave? An employee has to have worked for you at least 12 months, although the 12 months don't have to be consecutive. The employee has to have worked at least 1,250 hours in the 12 months preceding the leave. So, for example, if you have a long-term substitute teacher working several months at a school, and when the assignment ends leaves but returns the next school year and is hired as a regular employee, the prior long-term sub-experience can be counted so that that employee could get to the 12-month mark even with a break in service. When can an employee take family medical leave? If an employee is eligible, an absence over 3 days can start the family medical leave clock ticking. If an employee comes to you and informs you that he or she needs to take a leave, for whichever reason, for his own condition, a family member's condition, or due to being blessed with a child, you'll want to start the FML discussion. You want to let the employee know that you're going to need information from a doctor to verify the need for the leave. You're going to want to let the employee know that the 12 weeks of leave will be calculated on a rolling 12-month calendar basis. In other words, if an employee starts a leave on, for example, November 1, 2014, and takes 12 weeks of consecutive leave, that employee won't be eligible for family medical leave again until November 1 of 2015. What information should be shared by a supervisor with an employee on family medical leave? First, you want to make sure the employee is eligible for family medical leave. If the employee is a regular 40-hour-per-week employee who's worked for you over a year, you certainly can surmise that employee is going to be eligible for family medical leave. If you're not sure if the employee is eligible, call Human Resources and we'll help you determine if the employee is eligible for FML. You'll want to also check the employee's sick leave balance. Even though family medical leave by law is unpaid leave, the Archdiocese requires that sick leave be paid to employees while on family medical leave. If an employee is taking leave to care for a family member, that employee can also be paid his or her sick leave. This is according to a law passed in Maryland called the Flexible Leave Act. We will have a module describing this act in detail. If an employee's sick leave is exhausted while they're on family medical leave, that employee can apply for short-term disability benefits through Cigna, and if approved for those benefits, can receive 60% of their normal pay. So what kinds of information in written form should you share with an employee? The Department of Labor provides wonderful resources for you to share with your employees taking family medical leave. A fact sheet is available on their website, which expounds all of the rights and responsibilities involved in this law. And it's a good fact sheet to hand to an employee so that he or she can review it and have something to refer to. The form entitled WH-380E is the form that an employee takes to his or her doctor when the leave is for his or her own serious health condition. The form entitled WH-380F is the form an employee uses when they're taking a leave to care for a family member with a serious health condition. Form WH-381 is the form that a supervisor gives to an employee to officially indicate that they are applying for family medical leave and being considered for that leave as long as they are eligible. The form entitled WH-382 is a form that officially designates the leave as either family medical leave or not family medical leave. So it definitely clarifies it in writing for the employee. The form entitled 382, WH-382, should not be given to an employee until after you've received WH-380E or F verifying the need for the leave. These forms and the fact sheet are all located at the Department of Labor website. You're welcome to contact Human Resources if you don't wish to visit the DOL website. We're happy to give you the forms and to walk you through how to complete them also. So what happens once a family medical leave starts? You should expect the WH-380E or F form back within 15 days of when an employee's leave starts. On those forms, it indicates to the doctor that the form is due back to the employer within 15 days. If you don't receive the form back within 15 days, please contact Human Resources and we'll assist you in receiving that form back in a timely manner. An employee has up to 12 weeks of leave. So if the form indicates that the employee needs more than 12 weeks of leave, please consult with Human Resources and we'll help you determine how long you plan to hold the position. An employee cannot return to work from his or her own medical leave without a release from a doctor. So please don't have any employees return to work without a release. It protects not only the employee, but also the parish and school. So where should the family medical leave documents be stored? Family medical leave forms should be kept in a separate file, not in the personnel file. They need to be kept in a secure place to ensure that the medical information is kept confidential. Attendance records related to family medical leave should also be kept in a secure place, but should be handy so that tracking of the leave can be done easily and consistently. If you'd like further information on family medical leave, please review Module 2, which will give you detailed instructions on how to complete the family medical leave forms. Module 3 will give you further information about the Flexible Leave Act. Please feel free to contact your Employee Relations Manager if you have any questions or need any assistance related to family medical leave. Molly Fern is the representative for the Newman Vicariate, and Regina McCurdy is the representative for the Seton Vicariate. Thanks for listening. We hope this was helpful information.